Yeah. Never know, man.
Yeah, gosh, and that's another thing though too. You were joking about like the best band in the world or whatever, but like you as a person are also a podcaster that has a podcast that has reached some
Best
fame.
podcast in the world. Yeah. Yeah. In the
Yes.
world. Yep. Number one in the world, man.
Uh, what is your actual statistic for your category for your podcast? For those that don't know, it's The Confused Breakfast. It is absolutely hilarious. I've listened to a few episodes. I'm not a movie guy, but the ones that I know well, I'm like, I'm definitely watching this one. So, you guys
No,
are a
dude.
movie podcast. It's funny. It's serious. You point out things most people don't know, and you've gotten some recognition over the years. Over the year, I should say.
It's been crazy. Oh yeah, I started this thing. I'm sure. The funny thing is, I'm sure a lot of your listeners on this are similar to me and you, where the reason they're listening to this is because they're interested in being better, and they want to know stuff, and they want to improve on the music world. And so I'm also guessing that they are the ones in their bands who like really run stuff and like have to be creative and like to run the social medias and stuff. And that's me definitely in the Pork Tornadoes. But when that all went away in 2020, man, I was struggling with it. I live my life kind of like you, apparently, like we were talking off air. I just say yes to everything, and I love being busy. I love when people are like, how do you do all these things? But I just do it. I'm super awesome, But when 2020 happened, man, I needed something creative very badly. And I think how we technically met was, I had already had some podcasting's always been a fun thing for me. The Pork Tornadoes have a podcast called Pretty Cool. We do that from time to time during shows. And then I did the Iowa Music podcast for, I don't know, there's probably like 50, 60 episodes of that. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't know, I was looking for something bigger, right? I was looking for like everything I'd ever done podcast wise was isolated to a small group of people, where it's like you have to know the Pork Tornadoes to listen to our podcast, or you have to be a musician from Iowa who doesn't hate my guts to listen to the Iowa Music podcast. So like I just, I'm sitting here going, well, what's something that I'm very passionate about that's not like music related? And for me, it's like classic movies, 80s, 90s, your favorite movies from those decades. The nostalgia is such a huge thing nowadays that we all yearn for, and talking about old movies really like revs that nostalgia engine. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to start this podcast just to be creative. Who knows if people listen to it? And of course you start off and like even your friends won't even listen to it, and you're getting 5 downloads an episode. And people think podcasting is like this glorious thing where you put it out there and millions of people hear it. It's like, nah, that doesn't happen. But, we made sure that our product was good and we were having fun. And the more people that listened, the more they told their friends. And then one day I started a TikTok. I think we've had conversations about that before where like it's the new cool thing. And I hated it, but I was like, all right, let's see what happens here. And the crazy thing about TikTok, we can talk about later, is that's the smartest algorithm in the history of any social media engine in the world. And it did its job. We put out some cool content on there and it just went, I think we've had 61 million views on our Confused Breakfast platform of TikTok videos.
Crap.
Yeah, right. It's insanity, right? Multiple million view videos. And